I really think that we can't do it without one another. And honestly, I wish that I would see like a robust like kinship community being built to support each other.
I think if I were a leader of an agency or if I was giving advice, I would stress the need to say, if we get a no, or if we get a maybe, or if we get, I don't know if I can do this, I think it's beholden upon us as an agency to help that kin placement have what they need to successfully care for that child.
The notion that any person, family can take on another child without extra income is really unrealistic. There are very few of us who can do that.
The importance of the relationship between the caregiver and the biological parent. The relationship that I had with my sister was greatly affected by the fact that I now had custody of her kids. And that dynamic and what that created, because we went from, I am an older brother, I help you out occasionally with your kids, to I am now the person who is solely responsible for your kids, and you believe that you should have them back. And so that created a massive, massive rift in our relationship that I think child welfare agencies should really focus on. In addition to the safety of the kids being placed with a relative, that knows them, it's also making sure that that relationship between the two adults, or multiple adults, depending on how many it is, isn't greatly affected or fractured beyond repair.
Engagement with the system is sometimes very much symbolic, because it actually sends a symbolic message to your relative, sometimes that is painful, which is, you can't take care of your child. I'm in enough of a difficult situation to take care of your child, and I need to be able to get external support. But that external support is sometimes just a check. And so for families who literally just need financial support, I do believe that there could be a space in which we just do that.
In my experience, I've struggled more to get the resources and the supports as a kinship caregiver versus if I were a foster parent. I only know that because not only do I work in this field, but I also have lived experience, and I have friends that are foster parents. I have colleagues that are foster parents, and it's like night and day, the support and the things that are available to them versus me.
You can't replace the salt with sugar. The recipe is putting all of these things in place, allow you to gradually get to the place where we are, but not ever be finished. Because for us, we continue to improve our practice. We continue to listen to the voices of people with lived experience that tell us, when things work and when we need to tweak them a bit.
Really engage those who with, for lack of a better phrase, lived expertise or lived experience. Really reach out to the caregivers and the youth, if you can find, youth that are of the appropriate age to engage, but the caregivers, and talk to them about what they need, because a lot of assumptions are made, and it's not necessarily what they need or want. And so really having them at the table meaningfully and authentically from the beginning, and having them tailor and inform what the agencies are doing is so critical.
We have to ask and we also have to ask young people. What we do know is that 67% of kin also identify interpersonal issues in the home as some of their needs, but they were asking for support around the basic needs. They felt it was achievable to do the other work if they can go ahead and have the support for basic needs: food, clothing, food, clothing, and housing.
Folks who know how to get to resources, financial resources, educational resources, medical resources, which are the three top complaints that caregivers who are kin and relatives complain about, that they don't have enough, or the schools are difficult, or trying to get health care set up for the child placed with them is a daunting task.
Oftentimes, there are stakeholders within communities that are already providing the support to kin. For instance, faith-based communities provide lots of supports to families within their community. And so when you think of families of color and who they look to for support, it's often people within their hubs or within their communities. Those are the people that are credible messengers. Those are the people who offer support when they need it.
Intentional flexibility, intentional resource groups or peer support groups for kin placements. I think that's extremely helpful. And I think that creating opportunities for families to be around each other where appropriate and when safety is not a factor to maintain relationships between biological family, children, and the kin placement providers.